everybody, it is time. I'm out of space. Do you see that? I have no more space. This shelving setup has really gotten me through for a long time. I started with one shelf and then I moved to 2 shelves. Then when I went to get a 3rd shelf, I realized they don't make this shelf anymore, so I got the cabinet. Now I need 1 more shelf, but what am I gonna do? Buy another cabinet, buy a shelf that doesn't match? So I basically have to start over. The new shelves have already been ordered and they will be here next week. So I measured and I can fit 4 of the new shelf against this wall. I'll put a picture of the shelf here. So after we get the new shelves in, I will do a complete tour of the collection. So if you want to skip to the tour, you can go ahead and do that. I'll put chapters down in the description so that you can skip forward. Okay, it is now Sunday, and last night we came home from after visiting some family, and we had some packages. So the shelves are here. Let me show you. Okay, so we have all 4 bookshelves. I probably won't have time to put these together until Wednesday. I am just kind of in a little bit of a break between dinner and wanted to maybe get started at clearing out the shelves so that I can take these down off the wall and start patching the walls. And then that way on Wednesday when I can start building them, I can actually put them up and I don't have to wait for the patching to all be resolved. Well, I guess I don't need any shelves because pretty much everything fits in the cabinet. It's just not very pretty. Okay, the shelves are off the wall and onto Facebook Marketplace they go. Okay, so pause the cameraman. I've got to take these out. You want to zoom in on that? I've got to take out the what are these called, Paul?
Sheetrock anchors, I think.
Sheetrock anchors, because they didn't go into studs, and the next set probably won't either. I don't know if I can get it. Oh, yeah. We probably could get some pliers, but yeah, I'm breaking the wall. Maybe a plier would be good. All right, so the dog is barking. These have a good grip. Wow.
Yeah, they're my fishing pliers.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Just like that?
Yeah.
That's easy. Just
stick
what?
it. Oh, that's the. Yeah, you want to go a little more. There we go. You just gotta keep doing it
Until it's filled up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna paint over the patches this morning. It is Tuesday, so we're gonna do that. My husband's gonna go ahead and mix the paint for me. This is extra paint. My whole house is basically this color. It's gray, I know, I'm a millennial. So he is gonna mix it up and then I'm gonna paint over that makes a fun sound. Anyways, yeah. It's Wednesday. We're putting together the shelves. Okay, we got one shelf done, but we're kind of at a stopping point because these top patches look so much darker than the wall, and I think it's because of the texture behind it. And we were just kind of talking it through, and we're gonna sand it down and try to redo that.
Or with the sander.
Oh, it's making it ugly. Maybe we'll have to clean it because it's leaving like dirt on it.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul was nice enough to sand it all, so I'm gonna paint over it again. Okay, so it's basically already dry and it looks so much better. Basically can't see it anymore. I marked the holes and we're gonna make holes and drill them in. I'm so excited. They are on the wall. Last step is cabinet doors. It looks so good. That looks so good. All right, it is Thursday morning. I have moved the cabinet from in front of the window to in front of the closet just so I can have some more sunlight while I arrange things. The cabinet doors were the worst because they don't like to hang straight. And there's ways to adjust it, but we were having a hard time. So like this one's crooked, like you can see, you have to kind of like, yeah. And this one's really crooked, it's got a big gap at the bottom. The only one that closes nice is this one, and Paul fiddled with this one quite a bit. So he said he would help fiddle with the rest of them later, but not last night. He was done and I was done. So we'll fiddle with that later. But we're gonna move everything from the cabinets into the shelves. it's time for the tour. Also, before we start, I did change the lights out so that they were very autumn fall themed. So I have like a reddish color up here, orange, and then did the same thing over here. Orange backlights, orange light here, and I changed my desktop to like this orange and pink color. So that's what we've got going on. Very fall vibes going on. But anyways, that's besides the point. Oh, and I also made a fall craft cart. Let's get started on the tour. I've never done a shelf tour before, so I don't know if I'm gonna suck at this or not. So just bear with me. This is where I ended up putting everything. Okay. So I have my whole Harvest Moon collection up the top. There's a spot left up here for a game that I just got. I have pretty much the whole series. I have another game here that I just got that I have it set aside. I'm gonna put it up there later. And then I also will be picking up the new Grand Bazaar game on Wednesday, and I will add that to the Harvest Moon collection up at the top. So I had a lot of room in the shelves, so I decided I wanted to spread something out across the top, and Harvest Moon was the one that won. So next I have a very small Mario collection. I obviously have more Mario games than this, but I just have those mixed in with their different consoles. I just don't have like sections for NES, SNES, N64, Game Boy, that sort of thing. So I just decided to make a little display there. Next, we have all of my Animal Crossing handhelds. I do have some more of these rose-colored gaming stands on the way. Rose-colored gaming, unfortunately, went out of business, and they liquidated all their inventory to a couple different other stores, and I was able to get another stand for my Switch lights and a regular Switch stand. So I have a Switch light stand coming for my teal Animal Crossing Switch light, and then for my full Animal Crossing Switch coming soon, hopefully. I don't know, it's gonna take a while. It's coming from overseas. So and then I have my DS collection, which this one's my favorite. I love it. This white one right here is what started the whole collection. I was feeling nostalgic one day and really wanted to play Grand Bazaar, which is this game right here. And I decided I was gonna just check Facebook Marketplace, and I found this for I think $60. And I went ahead and picked it up. She is what's started this whole thing that you see today is all because of that one console. Next, we have some Zelda Gold games and also the classic Link to the Past. I wish Link to the Past came in a gold cartridge, but she's still pretty with her gold sticker. So this is the Zelda collection. Obviously, again, I still have other Zelda games within the other collections, and I'm just kind of showcasing this one right here to take up space. I do have plans to get some N64, NES and SNES storage. I found some really cute, very modern, very my style type of container for them that's made specifically for these. They are very pricey though. I want to say even on sale they're like $62, usually $69, and they only fit 6 cartridges in each of them. So and I would need 3 of them. So that is something that I'll be saving up for, but right now I just don't have the budget for that. So next we have my Switch collection, which I was able to split up into 2 different shelves. I have, last time I counted, over 70 physical Switch games, and I've collected more since then. And I also have some like up here in the Harvest Moon collection, or over here. I've got a few on the fall hobby cards. So I have quite a few. I would say when I started collecting, the first thing I started with was actually these consoles up here. And then my plan was to Well, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to find complete in-box games for those consoles, and I was able to. And so I started with the handheld consoles, then started collecting DS and 3DS. I had a Wii in my adult life. It was the first console that I bought myself and owned myself. And most of the games you see here in the Wii collection are ones that I purchased during the Wii life cycle. And then some of the rest of them are ones that I filled in afterwards that I wanted to get while I had my Wii but just didn't have the budget for, like Rune Factory Ties of Destiny. A lot of these games I had to get after the fact. I kind of skipped this shelf here. This is just more space for console display when I get more stands. But also, because I have so much more space now, I just kind of spread things out so that the shelves weren't empty. And I have plans to consolidate down more in the future so that I have more space for more games. Right now, I have a couple of Switch 2 games on display. I moved some things around earlier because I was making some content, but and then I have just these lights on display, so that's just what I have there for now. But that'll definitely change in the future. I've got a couple of more retro handheld consoles here, Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. There's my Wii collection again. I got both of these at a convention. They are so cute. Princess Peach Wii controllers. There's the GameCube and the traditional Wii, what is it? Nunchuck? No, whatever it's called. Something I do want to say about my collection is a lot of the things that I purchase are games that I plan on playing. I am not the type of person who wants to have a complete system, so you're never going to see me collect every game for the 3DS or the DS or the Wii or anything like that. I only want to buy the games that I plan on playing. I'm just going to give you a closer look at the Switch games so you can kind of like see if you find any that are your favorites in there. I don't really like clutter that much. I like things to look very clean and streamlined, and so I love having these cabinets now. So I'm going to show you what I have stored in some of these. So this one, I have my Patch magazines. Highly recommend this magazine. Super cozy if you want some cozy reading. Cozy gaming reading. I have my Animal Crossing card collection, and I have some video game manga. And then I have Space to Grow down there. In the last cabinet, I have all of my Switch boxes. Now, I can't remember if I put anything in this second cabinet. Oh yeah, okay. I have Mario Kart Home Circuit cards and then 2 backpacks because I used to have the backpacks in the display. I felt like with everything spread out, it was just a little bit too busy. That's not to say that the backpacks won't make it back into the display at some point. Just right now, they're just gonna hang out in here. And in the first cabinet, we have a little bit more of my collection that I just don't have on display because they're such small collections that right now it's just easier to store them down here. So we have the Wii U collection and the GameCube collection, which are both very small compared to the rest of the collection. I also have this Animal Crossing N64 complete in box. So that's there. And then here's the actual cartridge for that. It's usually on display, but since it's not, I still have the stand there. I've got a random copy of Pokemon Ruby and an amiibo there. And then I have my very small PSP collection. I just started collecting for PSP. I don't have a PSP yet, but I have a couple in mind that I would like to collect. And then I have my PlayStation 2 collection. Some of these were games that my husband had when we got married, and we've just incorporated them into the collection here. And then a couple of Final Fantasy PlayStation 1 games that I bought. And then I have a couple of SNES games. I have Chrono Trigger, Donkey Kong Country, and Yoshi's Island. And then I have The Blue Marlin is actually my husband's game. Oh, it sounds really, there's like dirt in here. I can hear it. He had really amazing memories of this game, and so we found it and we bought that for him. And then I have Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. These 3 little cases here are actually all of my games. So in here we have all of my DS and 3DS games. Let me get this open really quick. So there's DS, 3DS. I like that they all kind of fit and can share a case here. And then both of these cases have Nintendo Switch games, which actually means that I do have more than 80 games, because this fits 80 games each. And one of them was full, so I split them between 2. Sorry, I'm still talking while the camera is like off screen. So one of them got full all the way, and I had a second one because when I ordered one of these, it didn't come until like a month later, and so I thought that it wasn't coming, and they replaced it and sent a new one out before the first one came, and then magically the second one came. But I have this one dedicated to Nintendo first party games. And then this one is like third party, indie, all of that. That is everything in the collection. I do have some more stuff in the closet that I want to show you though, because I do keep like some miscellaneous things in there. So this is my craft and hobby closet. This whole room is my home office. I work here, I play here, I relax, I edit, I do all the things here. So, okay, so I do have a few more games in here. I have a series on my channel called Pickups and Playlist, where I go over the games that I've picked up recently and the games that I've been playing, completed, and all that. So I always keep a small pile of the recent games that I haven't gone over that are pickups, and I keep them to the side so that when I make that video, I don't have to remember and guess which games I recently got. I have just them set in a pile, and then I can grab them to film the video. Okay, I recently decided I wanted to start a junk journal, so that's what this is. So I've got like different hobbies in here besides gaming, but I do have these clear bins that I really like from Walmart, and have one for Switch 1, Switch 2, Nintendo Wii, miscellaneous. So basically this is going to have like anything pertaining to the Switch 1 that doesn't need to be displayed. Controllers, cases, that sort of thing. The miscellaneous one also has controllers and chargers from handheld consoles, and then it also has like, I put all my amiibo in here for now because I'm still looking for a way to display those in a way that I like. I've got my armbands from Universal when I went to Nintendo World. I've got some amiibo cards in here, just a bunch of like random Nintendo stuff. I also have a bunch of board games and a ton of puzzles because I love puzzles. And I will take a second to show you the fall hobby cards, since it is almost fall and it does have a piece of my collection here, which is a few like fall Halloween themed games. But I have a Pokemon cross stitch that I'm working on, and I have some Halloween or fall puzzles, diamond painting, a few woobles. I've got all of my coloring supplies up here. I found this like little scratch art paper thing where you can like scratch the stuff off and it makes the picture. Some journals. But I think it just makes the room look super cute for fall. And there's my original Switch up here. There she is. PC, desk, that is all. I don't know what else you want to see, guys. So that is the whole collection. If you have any questions about collecting, how to get started, specific questions about my collection, was there anything that you wanted to see closer that I didn't show very well, like let me know and I'll show it off. I also have all of my consoles hooked up to the TV downstairs, but I'm not going to show you that because it's very dusty and the lighting down there is really bad, and it's just gonna look really bad on camera. But that's it. Those are the shelves, the new shelves. I love them so much. Thank you so much for coming with me on this journey. I wish you could comment with pictures because I want to see all your collections too. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Happy gaming, happy collecting, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.